Ni hao. So we're jumping back into this sauce again with Chandelier. I want to thank you guys so much. And I need to say this. You guys have been so patient and so wonderful and so amazing. Between me traveling to Shanghai and my partner traveling here to Thailand, we have been like off of our posting schedule. And at a point we were systematic. We were pumping those things out. But yes, we have definitely fallen off, and I have seen that you guys have noticed. Obviously we have noticed, and I just wanted to let you know that we are 100% jumping right back into we are 100% jumping right back into our normal posting schedule, and we want you to be, we thank you so much for being patient with us and still rocking with us and listening and participating and all those wonderful things. So I just wanted to say thank you. I appreciate you so much. Okay, so let's do this video. I know this song.
All the girls don't get hurt, can't feel anything. When will I learn? I push it down.
Okay, so first of all, let's talk about her tone. It is definitely, I'm a sucker for a unique tone. Did you hear how she did that? Oh, what I had to manipulate in order to get that sound that she just naturally did, honey, I love it. And then this outfit with the black gloves and everything, like, okay.
I'm the one for a good time, car fast blowing up. Ring my doorbell, I feel the love. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. Going back to understand. Gonna sleep from the chandelier.
Okay, so I think, and I could be wrong. I'm going to push play and listen again, and I'll let you know by the end of the video. But when she did that, I heard her voice come in nice and strong, but I also heard like the music and everything, and I feel like it drowned her out just a little bit. I want to go back and listen and see if she's giving me or if she's giving me more of a subdued I want to hear if it's more mixy, like a soft mixy, or if it's more belt. I couldn't hear with just hearing that first one. And then when she said, the chandelier, she went into a head voice, but I feel like what I just did was heavier than what she did. And for this song, I mean, it's Sia, right? And it's so belty. I would prefer for it to be a heavier head if we're going to do a head and really let that vibrato shine, as opposed to switching the dynamic and it being, I mean, you can do that, but you've got to set it up just right. It can't be big belty on the, I'm going to swing, and then it fall off by the time you get to Chandelier and it's super soft. So let's see where she goes. That feels belty. That's head. That's straight head, like straight classical. And I think I'm going to definitely say I would prefer for it to be in a mix. And if it was in a mix, same note, just a different register, then I feel like she would be able to get a little bit more punch for her power, because it's like she's trying to give us a nice heavy boom at the like the that you're supposed to get there, but you just can't get that boom with the head like that. Like it doesn't exist! That's where I feel like it should be placed. And I'm actually going to piggyback that, because I forgot about that part. Because after you do doesn't exist, then you go back into I'm going to fly like the bird through the night, and you're going up, up, up. And so if you're already in that mix there, then it's going to make your climb up that much easier and smoother to execute, instead of having to switch from chest to head to chest. That mix is going to help you in that middle ground. You can either stay in mix the whole time, or you can flirt back and forth between mix and chest and mix and head as you want to, as you're doing that, going up in the mix. So that's what I would suggest. That's belting. So I'm actually not mad at that head voice there, because I was at the end. It was a culmination. Chandelier! I could totally see myself doing that, making that stylistic choice at the top there.
Wanna tell and open my eyes. Keep my glass going to morning light. 'Cause I'm just holding on for tonight. Help me, I'm holding on for July. Wanna down, wanna rise. Keep my glass going to morning light. 'Cause I'm just holding on for tonight. On for tonight. Sun is up, I'm a mess. Gotta get up now. Gotta run from
Her
this.
tone, you
Here comes
guys.
the shame. Here comes the shame.
Shame. I'm obsessed.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink.
Hey.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. Throw them back till I lose count. Gotta swing from the shadow.
I don't know if you guys noticed when she says swing, she's doing swing. It's like this is going forward in order to get that, because if not, you're going to be trying to say, I'm gonna swing. If you try and do that I through your nose, that is not going to come off the way that you want it to come off. But the fact that she gives that scoop forward so that she can still get a robust sound and not lose control over it, that's what's happening on that swing. I'm gonna swing from, and you see how it sets me up to easily go back into that chest note there, as opposed to swing from the chandelier. It's more thought that you have to have in order to do that there. And it's more bang for your buck to put it in that place where she put it, as opposed to trying to do this drastic shift in the middle of the phrase. So she knows what she's doing with that. That's skill, honey. That's skill.
From the chandelier. Gotta live like tomorrow doesn't exist. Like it doesn't exist. Gotta fly like a bird in the night.
Just FYI, that is not an easy note to hit in a big belty voice. It's not an easy note to hit. And that's me doing it in my mix. I don't think that I would be able to belt that in like a full chest. So that's a belty mix there that's happening. And hers, it feels more chesty. I think that her ability or her range in her chest might be a little bit more extensive than mine, because of how girthy it sounds. It doesn't sound like a straight mix. It sounds like it's got more chest in it, which is awesome, especially hitting that hard. You cannot sing a B, and yet she's going right into it so smoothly, barely giving attention to that consonant, really emphasizing the vowel, and that I'm just highlighting why that is just flowing so smoothly and that it is not easy. And that tears, when she's going into the she's going into her head, and I feel like on that one she makes it a little bit more complicated, because she's already super high and she's already in the mix. Feel that? No, I guess she's in the chesty there. No, I don't know. Let me see where she is. Okay, yeah, so she's in the chest there, but then she's jumping up to head on tears, and then she's going back down into the chest there. I feel like she could utilize her mix, and that might make it easier. The tears are dry! Doing that in the mix there, and then relaxing into the chest on that next I'm. Just my opinion, though.
moonlight. Keep my glass.
That's something else. She skipped a line in the song. And I tell my students often, especially when you're performing live, like, especially if it's a cover song and people know the song, nobody is going to hang you and tar and feather you because you leave a line out, especially if you need that space to breathe and reset so that you can come back in right. A lot of times it also adds a lot of vocal creativity if you hold a note or do a run when you're supposed to be actually saying other words in the song. So I feel like that's what she just did here. She held the note and then she gave herself a moment to breathe and left out that first phrase and then came back in and didn't miss a beat. Nobody's mad at her. Nobody's saying, oh, she did not say the word. Like, that's not even a thing. So if you are a singer out there and you are like, oh man, there's not enough space for me to breathe, leave out a word or two, leave out a phrase. Change it up so that it sounds good on you. We often say that picking a cover song is like going to the mall and putting on a pair of jeans. Like, just because it's a size 6 doesn't mean that it's going to fit you well. Make the song fit you so that your voice is showcased the best. You're not trying to prove that you can do it just like them. You're you. You're you. Okay, let me step off my soapbox now.
That's the witching morning light, 'cause I'm just holding on for tonight. Help me, I'm holding on for till I won't look down when I open my eyes. Keep my glass for witching morning light, 'cause I'm just holding on for tonight. All for tonight, all for tonight, 'cause I'm just holding on for tonight. Oh, I'm just holding on for tonight. All for tonight, all for tonight, 'cause I'm just holding on for tonight. 'Cause I'm just holding on for tonight. Oh, I'm just holding on for tonight. All for tonight, all for tonight.
Okay, so I love her tone. And I know that, well, if you guys have watched me before, then you know that I often say something about people taking the song and making it their own, putting their own style in it and all of that. However, I feel like I really don't want more from her because her tone is so beautiful. And it just like, I am comfortable with this song just being what it is as she's singing it and just enjoying and ingesting her tone and how she's navigating through this big song with her beautiful tone. I'm fine with that. At the same time, at the end there is a lot of repetition. And so what I would really love to hear would be some variation at the end. The rest of the song, her tone, her choices, like I'm screaming and singing my head off. That's where I am. Beautiful. But at the end, I would like a little bit more variety. So those are my thoughts. I enjoyed this. Go in the comments and tell me if you agree. I want to know. Like, I literally read your guys's, Lord have mercy, my English. I read all of the comments in the comment section. If not all, then most. I really tried to get to them all because, like I said, you guys are my community. I am opening up a space so we can all discuss them as well. So let me know what you think. I'm excited. Let's go.